morning. That's right, that's what we used to say every morning at the garden centre when my godfather used to walk in. Morning, we'd say morning. It was a lot of fun and that was beautiful. Well, he's still around, you know, barely, unfortunately. He's probably 89 years old. His name's Costa. He walks about 1 kilometre every day, well, not as much recently. And he would pop in and say hello and look after the shop and help us water a little bit as well. And this is what I love about gardeners all over the place. Very caring people, very sharing, you know, advice and information and all things like that. And that's what I loved. And now we're back at the Coburg store. So for those who don't know what I'm talking about, it's the old garden centre we had in Coburg, the retail store. It is now open. You can pop down there and say hello to Julia, who's managing the place. And if there's a problem that she can't solve, she can email me directly or call me at that moment and I can solve your problems. At the moment, I'm trying to solve my own problems here, folks. It's these garden beds. I've got to prune these English box. You can see they've grown. The new growth has gone and changed colour, and we've actually had some more growth on this. Have a look at that. So we've had one set of growth, that's there. You can see the dark leaf there. And since then, we've got the new growth that's come through as well. That's 2 stages. This is not all in one. And if you want to see a more obvious area, you can see the colour over here. Ignore Vader, he's hunting rabbits. It's this colour here, see that there? That's the lime green colour, and it's quite evident throughout the hedge there. You can cut that off while it's still lime green. It'll just cause the plant to go back into a growth spurt, or you can wait for it just to colour up a little bit. Just as it does, it settles down and hardens off. Give it a nice prune and it holds its colour. See the discoloration here? I was actually going to talk about the garden beds, but let's talk about English box here. See how that's browning off there? That is basically lacking fertiliser. It needs to be fertilised. It needs its nitrogen. It needs its compost. So compost and superfood is all you need to apply. No black grit at this stage here. Just get the organic matter into it, feed it up, water it in, or even Eco Butch and Liquid Gold mixed together, water it in weekly. That will green it up real quick. I've applied some superfood, not to these ones, to some that I've got in pots. We'll do another segment on those pot plants and how to look after them, you know, repotting them and fertilising them. Those ones that I've given superfood are starting to green up really well. This garden bed with the citrus trees, if you remember, the kumquat had put on a lot of growth and then all of a sudden decided to start dying because of the massive winds we had. You can see why I've got it staked up there. That's the reason. It was rocking and rolling the root ball, and that made it unstable, which meant it was never going to settle down properly, and it was slowly discolouring and going off, and that way it was going to die. So we staked that up. I've cut it right back. It's already got some new growth on and plenty of fruit as well. That's doing well. Under here, we're wintering off. We've got cayenne peppers there, the last of our tomatoes. We've got that's stevia, which is nature's own sugar. Each leaf there is equivalent to a teaspoon of sugar. That's how I measure it. It tastes exactly, well, it's got the sweetness of sugar. There's a little bit of a bitter aftertaste if you eat it fresh, but when you soak it or steep it in some water, it is sweet as honey. And that's nature's replacement for those who can't have sugar, the refined version of it. So we've got tansy, which is over there. That's the cress, growing really well. We've got the tarragon that needs to be cut back. I don't know, it's either my taste buds are real, I can't smell anything on this. I don't know where, some people love using it in their cooking. Yeah, it's got the taste, not the aroma. I don't like tarragon. If somebody knows how to use tarragon, I mean, I know how to use it, but give me a great recipe that I can use. You know, we might put it in a magazine and just share it with everybody, using tarragon in your cooking. You know, the curry leaf is there. We've got the oregano going on. So these are becoming herb gardens, perennial sort of gardens. Die back a little bit and keep their green there. I'm really happy about the kumquat coming good. And this rose arch is due for another prune. You can see where I cut it last time, and it's just finished off there. Now it's gone to its rose hips. We're just going to let that weather out, drop the remaining leaves, and then we're going to cut it back right hard to its main runners. And if you haven't seen that, you can research that on our website. And salvias, well, a salvia bed and achillea over there, and the mandarin is doing tremendously well. So this is a lovely garden bed that needs to be pruned back now over winter, get it ready for springtime. No digging. Add your compost and your mulch on top, and that's all you need to do. Now, folks, if you're watching this live, not live, as we've just uploaded it, switch over to 693 AM dial. That's gardening with me and Darren James on 3AW. Weekend Gardening, give us a call if you've got any gardening problems, or if you are in Victoria and you want to travel out and say hello, come down to Coburg today from 8:30 till 4 o'clock. I'll be there. Come and say hello. We've got our store open. You can shop online, click and collect, or come and pick up whatever you like. We're adding stock as we go every day. But I'll be there to solve all your gardening problems and hear your wonderful stories and ideas as well. For all the great products that you need at better prices, check out our website, vasilisgarden.com. It's Vasilis Gone Mad sale, up to 90% off. Are you hearing me? Up to 90% off. It's going to finish midnight tonight. That's what I understand, or maybe tomorrow. Either way, you haven't got much time. Take advantage of it while the prices are right down. From me, Vasili, Maresi.